Hey, welcome World Entertainment, and there's a new rumour doing the rounds regarding Star Wars and a particular actress being attached to star in Star Wars. Now, it's a massive rumour. There's no actual information other than simply this person's name being eyed for Star Wars, so keep all that in mind. So this very well may be just one of these, oh, we'll just put this out and see what happens. But we're going to have a look at the article anyway. So it's claimed Dakota Johnson is being eyed for a role in Star Wars. The rumour comes via Daniel RPK, but nothing else is really known, including the role or Star Wars project. Daniel RPK can be hit or miss, so keep that in mind. It could very well be possible that the rumour comes from Dakota Johnson's camp or various producers to test the waters. Similar to how rumours have been flying about various actors up for Marvel and X-Men roles when they're not really. So, for example, what happens is that the actor's manager will throw the name out there to various scoopers who then release the info, which is picked up by social media and various sites. They'll then use the online fan reaction to hopefully sell the actor to the studio. Ditto if producers have an actor in mind and want to see what the fans think. Of course, at the same time, it could very well be possible that said actor is up for the role. Dakota Johnson, though, we have a hard time believing that she's up for a role in Star Wars, but stranger things have happened. So, as you can see there, what they're trying to hint at, we could break this down to a sports reference. Oh, that's right. Now, you Americans and Canadians and stuff will probably be, well, I suppose for your sports, you'd get this idea. I'm more so talking about football, real football, not that throw ball you like to call football. You call our football soccer. It's not soccer, it's football. We use our feet, not our hands. So, but we know agents like to do this with big name players. They put the stories out there that they're linked with these big clubs to try and get, one, interest in the player, obviously, but two, to try and get more money for said player. So they say, oh, yeah, everyone, I suppose, knows. Say Messi. We'll go with Messi. Everyone knows Messi. Say Messi was at Barcelona, which he was for almost his entire career until he finally left. But say he was looking at a way out of the club. He says to his agent, put my name out with Real Madrid. So that's what they do, to drum up speculation, to drum up interest, and to run up his price, going like, wow, a club as big as Real Madrid are going in for him, and it means he's up for sale. Oh, we could put in offers. That's what that means when they're saying the actors, agents, or maybe even producers are saying it. So the producers' end of saying it would be to see, number one, is there interest from the fan base on that particular actor being a part of the franchise, but also to see if maybe they could even convince the actor to be a part of whatever project. Vice versa with the agent, it would be, again, to drum up interest in it, but yes, to see if the studio would take the bait, but also they could run up her price. So, say maybe she normally gets, I don't know, say 5 million a role, putting her name out there saying, oh, she's attached to Star Wars. Then if Lucasfilm turn around and actually say, Dakota Johnson, that could be interesting for us, her agents and stuff could turn around and say, oh, well, her asking price is 7 million or more. That's the way that's possibly operated. The fact that there's absolutely, even from Daniel RPK, no other information other than, oh, Dakota Johnson is rumoured to be a part of Star Wars. It's like, wow, it's a great rumour there, buddy. That's all you've got, is this person is attached to this. And it's no movie, no show, no character, nothing like that. Just she's attached to that. It's like, wow, that's riveting. If she was to be in Star Wars, the question then, of course, would be, what Star Wars? And more so, who would she play? Now, I think there's already speculation from a few people thinking, Mara Jade, she's got to be Mara Jade. Don't really see that happening. Especially if they're saying the future of Star Wars is completely away from the Skywalker saga and name. Which is interesting, seeing as they're constantly hinting that Rey is going to be the main character for the future Star Wars projects. Didn't they give her the name Skywalker at the end of the last movie? So it's kind of like, you want to get away from the name Skywalker to focus on new things with Star Wars, but you're attaching this character who has the name now Skywalker to all your future doesn't quite make sense. But I don't think she'd be Mara Jade. But could she be a Jedi? Could she be a Sith? Could she just be a senator? Could she be a rebel? Who knows? Again, this is a rumor. Do I think that Dakota Johnson would actually at this stage be willing to do Star Wars? Hell no. Why? Well, just look at what happened with Madam Web. Now, obviously, the funny part with Madam Web was, number one, she actually thought she was working with Marvel Studios. Didn't realize she was working with Sony Studios, because she tagged Marvel Studios in her tweet to announce she was going to be in Madam Web. Once she found out it was the other stuff and what the movie actually was, she actually fired her old agent. And, of course, we know the fun she ended up having, and fair play to her, you know. She didn't attack the fans for the failure and stuff. She just had a laugh and said, yeah, it was pretty bad. And everyone, I think, loves that clip of her talking about the Spider-Man movies, when she's like, oh yeah, I can name them all. And she's like, Spider-Man, here he comes, and Spider-Man, there he goes again. All that stuff. So she pretty much did endear herself to fans. But those type of big tentpole type of movie, yeah, I don't think she's gonna go for those type of movies. I think she's better suited to kind of, not smaller roles and stuff, like big roles, but kind of smaller movies, not these massive blockbusters. So we'll see what actually happens with this. Again, it is a rumor. I don't think there's any actual truth to it, but who knows? As it says, stranger things have happened. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, it's much appreciated. Cheers, may the force be with you, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I'm also not a superhero. Tried, failed.